be the hidden dangers of a lack of humility in a relationship. You ever wonder sometimes why you have a hard time apologizing or why you have to be right about something and the relationship is just blown up left or right, but what you still holding on to your right and it's just not going anywhere, or they're not understanding you at all and they're not saying your way, only they could see your way. All of that is three things that I could see. Like, I'm going to uncover some of the dangers of our way of thinking. Number one, we confuse humility and humiliation. I think for me, I had to understand that humility and humiliation is two different things. Where humiliation is based on shame, right? It's disrespectful, it's putting you down. Humility is actually based on self-awareness. It's based on honor and respect. It's actually a strong attribute, but I didn't know the difference. So number one is that confusion. What it leads to is shame-based lifestyle. If you're living in humiliation, and the wrong part, I mean, the bad part about this, you're going to transfer that to other people if you don't know the difference. You think you're humbling people, but you're humiliating people, right? So the second thing, the second danger is that you can't put your needs, I mean your wants, on hold. When you can't put your wants on hold, then you can't put your anger on hold. You can't put your compulsion on hold. Then that's when we focus more on our wants than our needs. See, your needs will lead you to what you want, right? You get to realize, okay, what exactly do I need? I need love, or do I need lust? See, wants, I want it right now, and you don't see the consequences of what it actually will do in the long term in the relationship or whatever now, right? So you got to understand what do I actually need versus what I want, right? And the last thing that some of the dangers that we have is we conceal our need for help. And we don't want to share what we're feeling. We conceal our need for help. That means that we don't express what we need. We express what we want, but we don't express what we need. So, and exactly, and this is the thing about what we need. Like when we seal what we need, we survive in our suffering. We are silently suffering. So we're just coasting within the relationship. And the next thing you know, you're like, man, I'm starving with my needs. I don't need this anymore, right? So we say things like that, but have we even expressed what we actually need? And all of us, we don't even know what we need. So I want to give you three things that we can do in order for us to be able to just really embrace humility. The very first thing, we need to recognize and acknowledge your mistakes. And say the other person's mistake. You got to start with yours first. You need to recognize and acknowledge your mistake and your decision. Because a lot of times what we do is we blame people, and because the lack of humility is literally blaming. It's you blame somebody for the mistake that you made and the decision that you make. So you got to clear your side of the street before you try to focus on somebody else's mistake or what now. You got to look at you and go, okay, wait, I know that this is a big, huge thing, that I'm really right about this, and I want to make sure that I'm heard. Okay, then ask yourself, okay, why have you not heard? Where have you not listened? Where have you not been compassionate? Start with you first. Start with your side of the street. Recognize and acknowledge your mistake and your decision, the decision that you made that led you here, because it's a two-way street, right? The second thing what you want to do is you want to repeat and reinforce emotional self-control. What it'll do is reduce your reaction. So when you start to work and reinforce self-control, emotional self-control, what it will automatically do is reduce your reaction. So what do you mean by that? Remember I was talking about needs and wants? But when you focus on your need, it will lead you to what you truly want. Versus I focus all on my want, that doesn't usually, actually that leads to addiction, right? Because you're all focusing on wanting more. Because what you want more of, you will have more of, and then that what you want will never be satisfied. So what you want to do is you want to reinforce, your quote unquote your impulse, right? So the last thing I want you to think about or to do is you need to reveal what you need and seek mutual satisfaction. When you conceal and you don't reveal, it leads to resentment. But when you reveal what you actually really need, it will lead to mutual satisfaction. Seek mutual satisfaction. What I mean by that is just don't say, well, I need all this stuff. Are you also willing to actually meet the other person's needs? That's what mutual satisfaction comes from. Not just everybody meeting your need, that's self-centeredness, right? If everybody's just meeting your needs and you're not meeting the other person's need, right? So, but humility will, it's almost like it's the good sauce, it's the good seasoning that's missing in this beautiful meal. It's like not having salt. So humility will push you to, first of all, recognize, acknowledge your mistake and your decision. Humility will reinforce the emotional self-control so you don't react all the time, right? Humility will allow you to reveal your needs and seek mutual satisfaction, because you're going to, look for, and the only way that's going to happen is when you start to be self-aware of who you are and your needs and all that I just said. Well, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do subscribe if you like the video, and please share it, and also click on the bell button there so you can be notified with any new videos that I come out with. Thank you.